more times. Big lift up. Maybe look up towards your hands. As you exhale, press it away. So starting to feel that connection with your breath to your body. Filling up with air, filling up with energy, and exhaling out all that tension. And then reach both arms up. I'm going to be your mirror up here. So we'll take your right hand behind you. Turn to look over your right shoulder in a little twist. Sitting up as tall as you can here. Go ahead, bring both arms back through center. And then we'll go the other way up and over the left shoulder, turning the other way. Nice, friends, come back through center, reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, we're going to roll ourselves up to all fours. So come on up and meet me on hands and knees. Your hands will be right underneath your shoulders and the knees right under your hips. We're going to start with some cat and cow here. So as you inhale, drop your belly. Your head, your tailbone will lift up. And then you'll exhale, pushing round into a cat. And we're just going to go back and forth between the two. Inhaling down. Exhaling and rounding. And then maybe start to add some other movements here. You can take your ribs, your hips side to side. You can stretch out your neck a little bit. Maybe roll around in a few circles. I encourage you to close your eyes here and just notice how everything feels. There's usually at least one point along your spine that's going to feel a little bit more stiff. I keep falling asleep watching TV and my neck has been hurting me all week. Got to stop doing that. So wherever it is for you, maybe your low back, your mid back, try to give that space a little bit of extra attention. Breathing into it. We'll take just a few more rounds here. And again, connecting your movement with your breath, flowing in and out. Take your last round here. And then make your way back into a neutral tabletop. From here, you're going to keep your hips lifted, walk both hands forward, and bow your chest down to the earth, coming into puppy dog pose. Really nice stretch through the upper back, the shoulders, the chest. One of my favorite things to do first thing in the morning. Go ahead, take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, we'll walk our hands back up to all fours. And then reach your right arm up to the sky, opening up into a twist. Yeah, you're going to start to draw some circles with this right arm. So bring it back behind you, down to the ground, forward, and then up and around. Good. And try to find a little twist here as well. So you're starting to stack your right shoulder on top of the left every time you open up. And then go the other way a couple of times as well. Nice. It's pretty rare we move our shoulder like this in that full 360 motion. So lubricating your joint. Go one more time. And then we'll reach your right arm back up to the sky. Find your twist. Yeah, you're going to thread the needle, bring the right arm underneath your left. Drop your right shoulder and your right ear down to the ground. So we're keeping those hips lifted, just like in puppy dog pose. Feeling that twist right at the base of your shoulder blades. Nice. Try to soften your upper body, melting down. And then we'll exhale, unwind, reach your right arm back up to the sky. Opening up once more. As you exhale, set your right hand down. And let's switch sides. So we'll take our left arm up here. Find that stack, and then we'll start to draw your circles with your arm, sweeping it all the way around here. And again, starting to find that mobility, not just through your shoulder, but also your back. So you're opening up your left shoulder to stack on top of the right. And then take it the other way a few times as well. Nice slow breaths here. Feel that connection to your hand that's on the ground. Lifting up out of your right shoulder. And then go one more round. Let's take your left arm back up to the sky. Find that twist. And we'll thread the needle underneath your right arm. Drop your left shoulder, left ear down to the earth. Beautiful. It's a nice way to open up through your upper back here, your thoracic spine. So breathing deeply right at the base of your shoulder blades. We'll take one more inhale here. Good job. As you slowly unwind, reach your left arm back up to the sky. Find your twist once again. And then we'll exhale, both of our hands down to the ground. Let's press it back. We'll find our downward facing dog here. So hips up and back, spread your fingers wide. Nice strong push through your arms. Now, if this is ever too much, you can always come back to all fours. Just know that's an option. And then if you'd like here, you can start to find some movement. You can bend one knee and then the other, kind of pedaling out your feet. Try to relax your head down. You can shift your weight forward and back. Just start to feel yourself getting familiar with this pose. Downward facing dog is a lot. It really is about pressing down through your hands to lift your hips up. So active work through that upper body. Try to hug your ribs in and think belly button in as well. And from here, bend your knees. We're going to look forward at your hands. As you exhale, either step or hop your feet up to a forward fold. Feet will be about hips distance. Bend your knees a lot and let yourself drape down over your legs. Just taking a moment to let gravity stretch out your spine, taking some deep breaths here. If you'd like, you could grab opposite elbows, taking this into what we call ragdoll. Feel free to bend your knees even more. We want to be really relaxed in this pose, so no tension through the legs, through your back. And then bring your hands to your shins. Let's inhale, find a flat back here. Straighten out your spine and your legs. And then as you exhale, find your forward fold. Good. Let's come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands together, down to your heart. We're going to take a twist over your right shoulder here. You can let your hips move with you. Think about wringing out your spine like a wet towel. And look a little bit further with your eyes over to the right. Let's come on back through center, up and around, over your left shoulder. Good. And again, maybe your eyes look a little bit further out to the left. And coming back through center, looking at this incredible ocean. Let's reach both arms up. Deep breath in. As you exhale, find your forward fold. We'll inhale to a flat back. And then exhale, fold, hands down, step yourselves back to downward facing dog. Nice job, everybody. So that's going to be like our version of a sun salutation. We're going to go through that a couple more times, start to build up some heat so we get warmed up. So once again, let's take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward at your hands. Exhale, either step or you can hop your feet. Find that forward fold. Good. We'll inhale to a flat back. Exhale, dive it down. Let's come all the way up to stand, reaching your arms up. From here, we're finding cactus arms. Bend your elbows. You're going to lean back, opening up your heart to a little baby back bend. Let's do that a couple more times. So big reach up. Feel your shoulder blades pull down as you lean back. Nice. Let's go one more time. Big lift up. Maybe your hips press forward more. Maybe you find a deeper bend. And then reach both arms up. Exhale, fold with a flat back. Bend your knees, dive down. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold, hands down, step yourselves back to your downward facing dog. Nice job. All right, crew, let's go one more time. We'll take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, either step or hop your feet, find that forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold and down. Let's come all the way up to stand, big reach up. Grab a hold of your right wrist this time. You're going to take a side reach up and over to your left. And then maybe turn to look under your arm, feeling that nice stretch through the whole side body. Bring it back through center, arms lift up. Grab a hold of your left wrist, up and over the other way. Nice. Let's go back through center one more time. Big reach up. Exhaling, find your forward fold. Inhale to your flat back here. And then exhale, hands down. Let's step it back to downward facing dog. Awesome work, everybody. Let's take a big inhale in through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale, just to let some of that go. Now, really find a strong connection through your hands. Spread your fingers wide, especially pushing down through your index finger and your thumb, but you really want to feel all your fingers making that connection with the earth. From here, let's try lifting your right leg up into a three-legged dog. Right leg lifts, yes. Now, if you'd like, you can find some movement, maybe freestyle for a moment. You can bend your knees, circle out your ankles, spread your toes. Any movement that feels good, go for it. And feeling that strong connection with your hands, with your abdominals, pulling in and up. Yeah, lots of core work. We're gonna look forward, step your right foot through between your hands, and lower your left knee down so you're in a low lunge here. Right foot forward. Now you're more than welcome to stay down with your hands. Otherwise, we're gonna try hands up, maybe onto your thigh, and then maybe you reach all the way up. Now from here, we're gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe start to find a little hinge back from your shoulder blades. Maybe your eyes look up. It's like a little baby back bend here in your lunge. Nice. Push down through your right foot. Grow taller. And then lift yourself up. You're going to bring your right hand to your thigh. Reach your left arm that way up and over towards your right. Yeah. Feeling this nice stretch through the hip flexors. Gets a little deeper into that left side body. If you travel, if you have a long flight or a long car ride, try doing this after. It'll help a lot. Now take your left hand all the way down to the earth. You're going to twist, reaching your right arm up to the sky. Yeah, now try to push a little more through your right foot. Less weight here through your hands. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we bring both hands down to the ground, and your right leg is going to sweep back behind you, so we meet in all fours on your hands and knees. Now draw your ribs, your abs up away from the ground, and you're going to try reaching that right leg straight back behind you, pointing your knees and toes down to the earth. Good. Now, we're going to take it step by step. So first step, you could just stay right here. If you want a little more, you're going to try reaching your left arm forward. Yeah. So we're feeling that stretch from the left fingertips all the way down through your right toes. Nice, everybody. Now, if you want a little more, we're going to tap our hand and toe down to the ground. Keep your arm and leg straight, and then lift them back up as high as you can. Good. Let's try that 4 more times, so a total of 5. So you're going to take it all the way down, and you exhale, lift it up. Try to maintain a flat back here, exhaling and lifting. Oh, let's try 2 more. You want to think long neck. Keep lifting up out of that right shoulder. Yeah, maybe 1 more. Good. Now hold your arm and leg up. Try to lengthen a little more. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, hand down, knee down. Let's press it back to downward facing dog when you're ready. Taking a moment, notice how the 2 legs feel. You might feel more sensation in the right leg now that we've warmed it up a little bit. Now again, find that strong push of your hands. You're going to lift your left leg up into 3-legged dog on the other side. Yeah. And again, option to bend your knees, circle out your ankles, spread your toes. Make it work for you. You can find any movement that feels good. Nice. Try to relax your head. Make sure you're breathing. And then we look forward. You step your left foot through between your hands. Right knee carefully lowers down onto the ground. And then once you feel comfortable, maybe your hands come up to your thigh. And then maybe we take it all the way up. You at least want your foot underneath your knee. Slightly forward is better. And if you want harder, you just crawl that foot forward. Press your hips a little deeper into it. You're going to push down through that left foot. Lift up tall. And then from your shoulder blades again, maybe you find that tilt back here. Maybe your eyes look up. This is called Anjaneyasana, crescent moon pose. Then coming back upright, bring your left hand to your thigh. You'll reach that way now with your right arm to your left. Yeah, again, getting deeper into those hip flexors, stretching out. Try pressing your hips forward a little bit more. And then your right arm is going to come all the way down to the ground. Try twisting your left arm up to the sky, pushing through your left foot. In these positions, I usually like to make like a fist with my hand rather than dumping into the wrist. I find that feels better on my wrists. Just something to try. All right, now we're going to bring both hands down to the ground. You're going to bring that left leg back behind you. Let's meet in all fours. So from here, we want to square shoulders and hips down to the ground. And your left leg is going to reach back behind you. Once again, your leg is straight. Your knees and toes point down to the earth. Lift your ribs up away from the ground. You could stay here, or maybe reach your right arm forward. Just holding this already a big challenge. If you want more, we're going to tap hand and foot down to the earth. Keep your arm and leg straight, and then lift them both up. We'll go 4 more times. So you're feeling that length through the top of your head as you do this motion, and you're trying to stabilize. Kind of think of yourself as a statue, and the only thing moving is your arm and your leg. Let's try 2 more. Tapping it down, and then you exhale, lift up, and then 1 more. We're going to hold our arm and leg up here. Last time, deep breath in, As you exhale, hand down, knee down, push it back to your downward facing dog. Nicely done, crew. Let's take a big inhale in through your nose. And open mouth exhale. Good. Now from here, we're going to lift our right leg up again, finding your three-legged dog once more. And this time I want you to try to keep your legs straight. Either point or flex your foot. Really lengthen it out. Yeah, nice. You're going to look forward. Step your right foot through between your hands. Now from here, you're coming into warrior two. So your left foot will turn down flat. And then kind of cartwheel your arms up to come into a standing position here. So our right foot is pointing straight ahead. Left foot is parallel-ish with the back end of your mat. And you want a nice wide stance. So maybe try walking your feet further apart. Deep bend of your right knee. You should feel your arms and legs reaching away from each other. So it's active energy in both directions. And then from here, we're going to take a little flow. We're going to reach your arms and legs straight. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just rebend your right knee. Sit back down into your warrior two. Good, let's go 2 more times. Big lift up. Exhale, lower down. Good, let's go 1 more time. Lifting up. Exhale. Stay low in your warrior two. You're going to reverse that warrior, reaching your right arm up and back. Stretching for the houses behind you. Good, maybe bend a little deeper into your right knee. Reach a little further through your ribs, through your arm. Come back up into your warrior two. We're going to take that into extended side angle. So right forearm to your thigh, left arm reaches up overhead to the water. Now crew, we got lots of options. So if it's feeling a little crunchy, you can come up higher to your hand. You don't have to go all the way down your forearm. If you want harder, you keep going down. So you can take your right hand down to the earth. If you want even harder, try hovering your arm. So you're not even using it, you're using just your legs, just your core. Yeah, it's spicy. Now, make sure you're breathing. And also ask yourself why you're making the choice that you chose. Make sure it's to really serve your body. You're not just pushing yourself to your limit. Now try to soften here. Feel a little bit stronger, reach a little longer. And then use your next exhale to lift back up. Let's find out warrior two. Well done. Now straighten your arms and legs once again. We're going to turn our heels in, our toes out, and then bending your knees, you're going to come into a wide-legged squat, also known as goddess pose. I've also heard it called horse pose, temple pose. It has many names, but basically you want your knees and your toes pointing the same direction. You're pressing your knees back. They're going to want to collapse in, so you're pushing them back. Use your outer hips here. Nice. Now this is probably feeling a little spicy. We'll be out of it in a moment. You're going to bring your hands to your thighs with your fingers, your thumbs forward and your fingers back here. And then drop your left shoulder down. So you're turning to look over your right. Good. Use your hands to press your thighs back. And then switch it out. Drop your right shoulder down, turning to look over your left. And come back through center if you want more. Maybe reach your arms up. Last breath in here. As you exhale, we're going to straighten our legs. Turn both toes to face forward. And then hinge at your hips to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So now our feet are parallel. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need here. And try to relax your upper body down. You can shake your head out a little bit, yes and no, if you'd like. Feel your entire body melting. No tension in your legs, in your neck, in your back. Options with your hands. You could have them just down on the ground or on your legs for extra support. If you want to add more intensity, you could grab opposite elbows. Or it feels really nice here sometimes to find a shoulder opener where you can release your hands behind your back and then reach your arms up overhead. Try to relax your upper body. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths so you can settle into it. Notice also your breathing. It's always a little bit harder to breathe whenever we're upside down like this. So taking one final intentional, really deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bend your knees. We're going to crawl our hands over to your right foot and turn so you're in a low lunge to the front of your mat. Good. From here, left hand goes down, right arm up to the sky, find a twist. If you'd like, you can absolutely set your back knee down, that left knee for extra support. Good, reach a little bit further through your fingertips. Nice, take both hands down to the ground. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. We'll step that right foot back. Good. Nice work, yogis. Getting ready to try our second side. Let's lift our left leg up into that three-legged dog. Yeah, and again, try to get your leg straight as you can. Either point or flex your foot, your choice. But I want you to feel some intention with your toes, and then try to lift your leg up a little higher. Nice. Feel that stretch. We're gonna look forward. Step your left foot through between your hands. You come up to warrior two. So turning your right foot down flat, press through the left heel to lift yourself up. Now maybe try walking your feet a little bit further apart. We want a really generous bend of that left knee. Right leg is straight, strong arms here. We take that into our flow. So we're gonna inhale, reach your arms and legs straight. And then as you exhale, bend your left knee, sit back down. Nice, let's go two more. Inhale, lifting up, feeling your diaphragm stretch. Exhale, lower. Making it a little easier to breathe. Inhale. Exhale it down. Good. Let's do one more just for kicks. Inhale. Good. Exhale, we lower down into our warrior two. And then reverse that warrior. Left arm up and back, reaching for the houses behind you. Try to bend a little deeper into your left knee. Reach a little further through your ribs. Nice. Go extended side angle next, lifting yourself up. Take your left forearm to your thigh, right arm up overhead, reaching the other way. And again, if that feels crunchy, just come up higher to your hand. Maybe take your left hand down to the earth. We want as little weight in your left arm as possible wherever you're at. So less weight through your hand, less weight through your arm. Try to feel that push through your legs, the leg through the top of your head. Yeah, you're breathing here, right? So try to soften. Feel your power, feel that connection of your feet into the ground. Push it away. Take one more breath in. And then use that exhale to lift yourself up. Good job. Finding your warrior two. From here, we're gonna straighten our arms and legs and then bring heels in, toes out. Finding that temple pose, goddess pose, wide-legged squat one more time. So again, knees and toes pointing the same direction. Now here, we're gonna find a little side shift. So you're gonna shift your hips over to the right and then over to the left. Yes. Good, just a little side to side. Beautiful, come on back through center. Stay low here. You're gonna reach your right arm up, left hand to your thigh, find a little side stretch up and over. And let's go the other way. Bring your right hand down, left arm up and over. Nice. Come back through center, either hands to prayer or make it harder with both arms up. Last breath here, maybe get down a little lower. Press your thighs back. Yes, you look so good. Take one more breath in. We'll straighten those legs. Turn both toes forward. As you exhale, hinge forward. You're in your wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment to breathe here. So again, feel free to soften your knees, bend them as much as you want. We want to feel some sensation in the hamstrings, certainly a stretch, but not to the point where you're forcing anything or feel like you're clenching or holding your breath. And same options with your arms. You could have your hands down on the ground, maybe you grab opposite elbows, maybe you take that shoulder opener. If you did the shoulder opener on the other side, maybe try switching out your grip so the other thumb is on top. It's a nice way, nice simple way to start to challenge our brain, to get out of our habits, to switch things up every once in a while. It's another reason why I love this pose is just looking around at the world upside down. It's a nice reminder that everything is about perspective, and it's always within our power to try to expand ours, to see other people's point of view, to notice more about the world that we might be taking for granted. Take just a couple more breaths here. Let yourself soften into it. Then bring your hands to the ground. You're You're gonna crawl yourself all the way around towards your left foot, spinning into a low lunge back to the front of your mat. And then right hand down, left arm up to the sky into your twist. And just like before, you can set your back knee down if you'd like. Try to find extra push through your heel, reaching out in both directions through your arms. And then we take both hands down to the ground. Make your way back when you're ready to downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Now from here, we'll shift forward, find plank pose. We're only going to do this twice today, so lifting up out of your shoulders. Think strong arms, strong legs. If it's too much to be in plank, you could always set your knees down. You can also go straight to child's pose. That's where we're going to be in a moment. But in your plank, try to hold for a moment. Feel yourself getting longer and stronger. You're actively pushing the ground away. You're reaching energy through the top of your head and through your heels. We'll be here for one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lower your knees down. Let's find child's pose, bringing your toes together, knees open wide. Reach your arms forward and rest your forehead down on the ground. Taking a moment here to soften. Check in with yourself. Notice where your mind is wandering. Wherever it's at, try to bring yourself back to this moment, right here. Anything going on can wait. You'll be able to think about it later. Giving yourself permission to just fully be right here, right now. Notice the sound of the ocean waves, the feeling of the sun, that fresh breath. And then keeping your arms reaching forward, you'll start to crawl them over towards the right side of your mat. We're going to take a little side stretch here. So right hand down, left hand can stack on top of it, and then pull your left hip away. So you're trying to breathe a little bit more down the left side body into your ribs, the space underneath your shoulder, all the way down to your hips. Let's take it the other way, crawling your hands over to the left. Left hand down, right hand on top, gently pulling your right hip away. Then one more time, come back through center. Reach both arms forward, letting yourself soften. We'll be here for a couple more breaths. This is always a nice pose to go into if you ever find you want to break. We're going to do just a little bit more standing work, and then we'll start to slow things down even more. So if you're ready, we're going to start to make our way back up to all fours and then to downward facing dog. If you want to grab a sip of water also on your way, it's a good time too. Crew. Now, in your downward facing dog, once again, I want you to really feel that contact, your hands with the ground. Nice, relax your head down, lifting your hips up and back. From here, we're going to take an inhale, bend both of your knees, look forward at your hands. As you exhale, either step or hop your feet, come on up to a forward fold. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold it down. From here, reach your arms, come all the way up to stand. As you exhale, hands come together, down to your heart. Now, keep your legs separated hips distance. We're going to reach both arms up, and then pull your hips back, sit down into chair pose. So it's basically like a squat here. You want your weight back into your heels, back into your glutes. We're going to keep our back straight, just move the arms. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms back. And then as you exhale, take them all the way up. Full range of motion here. Let's go 2 more times. Take them all the way back. Exhale, lift it up. Nice. One more time. Exhale, lifting up. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, find your forward fold once more. We'll inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Now we're going to step back back into pyramid pose. This is a stretch for your right hamstrings. So all you have to do is step your left foot back like 2 feet or so. You're gonna set your foot down flat and then let yourself fold forward over your right leg. So with pyramid, the goal is the intention is to feel your legs start to straighten. They do not have to be straight. So if you're feeling tight, feel free to bend your knees as much as you need. And I want you to start to press your feet down into the ground, especially that right heel. You're actively pushing it down while pulling your right hip up. So you're feeling a little bit of active work here, but you're also able to breathe, and you're also softening your upper body down. So feeling some sensation in the back of the leg, but again, feel free to bend your knees. You're not forcing anything. We're loosening up our hamstrings here for a pose that we're going to try in just a moment. So we'll be here for a couple more breaths. Now from here, you're going to step your left foot back even further until you come into a low lunge. So left leg straight, right knee bends, and then come all the way up to stand. You're in a crescent lunge. Good old classic standing lunge here. If you need more stability, you can try stepping your feet further apart. And if it's too much to be on the ball of your foot, you're more than welcome to come into more of a warrior one with your foot down flat. But really root down through that right heel. We're going to take a breath in here. As you exhale, find a hinge forward, sweep your arms back, get low over your thigh. Good, let's do that 2 more times. So big lift up. You can always just stay lifted and just move your arms. You don't have to hinge your body. The closer you get to your thigh, the more you're gonna feel that work. Nice, let's go 1 more time. Exhaling it. Feel yourself be loose here, let yourself be free. All right, grand finale for this, we're gonna try a little standing splits. So take your hands down to the ground, bend your right knee, and then you're gonna press your weight into your right foot and try lifting your left leg up. Now friends, it's not about trying to do gymnastic splits here. I want you to really feel like you're pressing your right foot into the ground and then you're actively squeezing your left glute to lift your leg up. It should feel heavy, should feel like some work, especially through that back leg. And feel free to bend your right knee as much as you need. Let your head drop down so you're folding over your leg. Nice, feel that work through the right glute as well. Last breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna step your left foot down, come into your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold yourselves down. Let's come all the way up to stand. Big reach up. Good job, you guys. Exhale, hands together, down to your heart. Unfortunately, we have 2 sides. We gotta do that again. So we're gonna take another inhale, lift up. Or fortunately, right? We're gonna pull our hips back and let's sit down into chair pose once again. So we'll warm up for your glutes here. We're gonna swing the arms only. We'll take an inhale as they go back. Exhale as you lift up. Good, 2 more times. Feeling that connection with your breath. And really start to feel the contact of your feet with the ground. In yoga, we always want to focus on our foundation and building up upon that. So we'll take 1 more breath in here. So you exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale once again to that flat back. Exhale, fold it down. We'll step our right leg back into pyramid pose. So right foot will step back a foot or 2 until you can set that right heel down flat, and then let yourself fold over your left leg. We're starting to try to get it as straight as you can, but again, we're not forcing anything. We want to think about melting the upper body. Soften both your knees if you need. And then you're actively pushing down through your left heel while lifting your left hip up towards the sky. And then notice if you started to hold your breath, can you find it? Can you soften through your shoulders, through your upper body? Try to relax your head, maybe shake it out a little bit, yes and no. Good. We'll take just a couple more breaths here. Now you're going to slide that right foot back a little bit more. Start to bend your left knee so we're in a lunge position. Right leg straight, left knee bent. Find your balance, make your way up to stand, crescent lunge. Good. So nice deep bend of that left knee. Right leg is straight. We're reaching energy through your fingertips, through the right heel. Good. Now we're going to find that hinge forward. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you sweep your arms back at low. Good. Let's take that 2 more times. Big lift up. Exhale. And then 1 more time. Feeling that energy, feel power through your body. Nice. We're going to take it all the way up. Our beautiful grand finale, we got our standing splits. So hands all the way to the ground. Press through your left heel, and then you're going to lift your right foot up. Do not worry about how high the leg is, but try your best to lift it up to your max so that you feel a good amount of work through both of those glutes. Yeah. And just like we do in downward facing dog, try to get that right leg straight and either point or flex your foot, but find some intention through it. Both your hip bones are pointing down towards the ground. You're letting your head drop down. There's a lot of work through the left hamstrings and through your left glute. Try to lift your right leg up just a hair higher. Last breath in. And then exhale, both feet down to the ground. Good work. Find your forward fold last time here. We'll inhale to that flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step yourselves back to your final plank pose. Straight arms, straight legs. You can skip it and go straight to child's pose if you prefer. This is your last little bit of active work before we slow things down. So maybe close your eyes. Just feel how strong you are. If you think about the percentage of people that never do any movement in their life, the fact that you're doing this right now, you should feel like a badass because you are. We're going to take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, lower your knees down. Let's find your child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. Reach your arms forward. Take a good rest here. Feeling yourself come back to yourself. Again, noticing where your mind has wandered. Bring it back. We'll take a couple final breaths here. Then whenever you're ready, we're going to come into a seated position. So slowly rolling yourself up. I'm going to have you sit down and bring your feet out in front of you in a butterfly position. So soles of your feet together, your knees open out to the sides. And to get a little bit more comfortable here, try walking your hips back so you can sit up taller. You can always have your feet a little further away from you as well. And if you want more intensity, you're just going to bring your feet in closer. Could always just stay right here. Honestly, this is a lot of a stretch already. Gravity is doing most of the work of letting your knees drop down. But if you want more, you can start to hinge forward over your feet. Now with that hinge, you want to feel it mostly from your pelvis. It's not just you rounding through your upper back. So I want you to feel open through your chest. Your shoulders are down. Just letting gravity slowly lower your knees. So we tend to grip and hold our knees up. Start to encourage yourself to relax through your hips. In this pose, I always like to give my feet a little massage. You can work your thumbs through your arches. Softening your shoulders here. Now we're going to sit all the way up. Straighten out both of your legs. And then from here, you're going to take your right foot and cross it up and over to the left of your left leg. We're going to take a little twist. So your right hand will come behind you. Turn to look over your right shoulder. And then option to hook onto your knee with your elbow or your hand if that feels comfortable. Try to imagine you're sitting up against a pole. So super straight. And then you're twisting more from your belly button rather than your neck. Gorgeous. Let's take it the other way. Up and over your left shoulder for a moment. We'll turn around the other direction. Coming back through center. Let's bring your right foot into your inner thigh here. Now we're going to take our left hand down for your foot. Right arm sweeps up and over for a big side stretch. turn to look underneath your arm, more up towards the sky. You're going to feel this all the way down your ribs to the outer hip, and even your low back. Beautiful. Let's lift all the way up. Rotate both of your shoulders to face your left foot. I like to flex it. We're going to reach our arms up. Big breath in here. As you exhale, take a forward fold, reaching your hands for your toes. Now, just like before with our butterfly, you want to think of the fold coming from your hips. So if you feel like you're rounding a ton through the upper back, maybe open up a little more through your chest. Don't worry how low you're going. I want you to feel a good sensation through the hamstrings. We worked them a lot today. But you're also able to soften and to relax and to breathe here. You can always play around also with pointing, flexing your left foot. Just changes where in the hamstrings you're going to be stretching it. Let's roll all the way up, and we're going to switch sides here. So straighten out your right leg, and then we'll take your left foot up and over. Sit up super straight, left hand behind you. Rotate to look over your left shoulder, maybe hooking onto your knee with your right elbow or your hand. And again, imagine you're sitting up against a pole or a palm tree, and then you're twisting a little deeper from your belly button, the innermost core. Let's do a counter twist up and over your right shoulder for a moment. Turn the other way. Then come back through center. Bring your left foot into your right inner thigh with your knee out to the side. Right hand down for your foot, left arm up and over, big side stretch. Try to imagine you can send more of your breath into your left lung here. So you're breathing into the left ribs. And then lift yourself back up. We're going to rotate to face your right foot. Reaching your arms up, deep breath in. Good. As you exhale, you find that forward fold. It's totally normal to feel the stretch as well in your back. Everything in our bodies is connected. When we stretch out our hamstrings, it can actually be really useful for relieving tension, especially in the low back and all the way up the spine. Try to soften your shoulders here. Feel yourself growing longer, and you're also breathing. Roll ourselves all the way up. It's time to lie down, guys. So we're going to scoot forward here. Just make sure you have plenty of room behind you to lie down on your mat. And then I'm going to have you start just by hugging your knees into your chest. Find a gentle rock side to side, kind of smooth out your space. Make sure everything feels comfortable underneath you. We'll be on our back for the rest of class. So if you need to grab sunglasses or a hat or anything to get comfortable, go for it. Maybe a sip of water. And then let's stretch out your hips and glutes. We worked those a lot as well. We're going to start with a figure 4 stretch. So we'll set both feet down onto the ground. Flexing your right foot, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Now this is already technically the stretch, so you could stay right here. If you want more, you thread your arms through, grabbing onto your left hamstrings, and then gently pull this whole shape in closer. And you want to keep your right foot flexed. That's going to protect your knee and help you get deeper into that stretch. We're going for the outer right hip and glute. So if you want to explore it a little bit more, you can start to find a rock side to side. As you lean your body over to the right or to the left, it changes the stretch and how you're going to feel it in your hips. So notice, maybe feel it more if you lean over to the left, maybe more over towards the right. Even just a slight shift of your weight can really make a difference. And in this position, I feel like it's really easy to start to curl up into a ball. So try to relax your head, relax your tailbone. You're going to feel more of a stretch, and it's just going to feel nicer on your back if you can keep your spine down, flat, and then neutral. And then you're pulling your legs in against that. Switch out your feet here. We'll set that right foot down onto the ground. Flexing your left foot, cross your left ankle over your right knee. And again, you could stay right there or thread your arms through, gently pulling the whole shape in closer. Just like before, you can start to find gentle rock side to side. It's amazing how intricately connected our bodies and our emotions and our stress level are. Everything is connected. When we're stressed, our body tenses up. It's all a process to keep us safe and to protect us, but then our bodies can hold on to those tensions, and then we become stiff, feel injury, pain. So letting yourself completely relax. We're not just stretching out your legs, you're also letting yourself know right here that everything is okay. In this moment, you're safe. You can find that rock side to side. Breathing deeply. Notice if you can relax your shoulders, your forehead, your jaw. Letting your whole body relax. Let's set both feet down onto the ground. We're going to end with a supine twist. We'll bring the right knee into your chest. Left leg slides all the way straight down onto the ground. And then you can either stay right there, where you're going to reach your right arm out to the side. You're going to use your left hand to guide your knee across your body, up and over into a twist to the left. Maybe turn your head to look over to the right. You can either keep your left hand on your knee or feel free to reach it out to the side. And try to let your whole body relax in this twist. A little difficult, I know, sometimes with that leg floating. Just try to soften through your hips, through the ribs, through your shoulders. And then engage through your core to roll it back through center. Sliding your right leg all the way straight. Good, let's switch out your legs. We'll bring left knee into your chest, and then left arm out to the left. Use your right hand to guide your knee across your body, up and over to the right. And maybe turn your head to look over towards your left hand. And then notice where in your body you can relax. Is it your fingertips, your toes, your shoulder, your eyes? And then slowly roll yourselves back through center. One last time here, hug both knees into your chest, finding a gentle rock side to side. If you want to take any final movements before we go into our Shavasana, go for it. You could straighten your legs up, you can do happy baby, you can just roll around for a moment. Any final movements that your body wants, go for it. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to settle into our final pose, Shavasana. Best pose of all. You get to lie down. And how you lie down is totally up to you. You can have your arms and legs straight. You're more than welcome to bend your knees, to roll over to one side. We're just going to be here for a few minutes. So I want you to really settle into it. Let yourself relax. You can close your eyes. And start to feel your entire body sinking heavy down into the ground. Shavasana really is the most important part of any yoga practice. It gives your body a few moments to integrate all of the hard work that you've just done, to rewire that mind-body connection so that you can become more flexible and grow stronger. In addition, it's also a mini meditation. We did all of that work so that for a few moments, hopefully, it's a bit easier just to be still. While you're here, your mind is going to keep racing. You're going to still have thoughts. You've been having thoughts this whole time. That's great. We're not trying to silence your mind. I just want you to become more aware of it. And anytime you feel your mind racing, your thoughts getting away from you or stressing you out or anything like that, I want you to bring yourself back to the present moment. Try to notice the sound of the ocean waves. Really feel the sun on your skin. feeling how in this present moment, everything is all right. You have nothing to do, nothing to worry about, nothing really to think about. I'll let you know when it's time to get up, so enjoy these last few minutes of rest. Start to take your last few breaths here. Thinking back to the intention that you set at the start of class. Start to feel yourself fill up with that energy, whatever it is that you need to go forward into the rest of the weekend, the rest of your day ahead. Start to wake up your body with some movement, your wrists and ankles, your fingers and toes. And you're more than welcome to stay down as long as you'd like. If you're ready to greet the rest of your day, we're going to start to make our way up to a final seated position, rolling over to one side. Gently press yourselves up. You can sit any way that feels comfortable for you. You can crisscross your legs or have them straight out in front. But for just one final moment here, we're going to close our eyes, bring our hands to heart center. Feeling gratitude for yourself for taking this time. feeling as well gratitude for this beautiful day and for the fact that together we all cultivate a more open-hearted, compassionate community just by taking time to slow down and to give back to yourself, to fill up your own cup. You make it easier to spread that love to the rest of the world, to those around you, your family, your friends. So with that, in the spirit of Christmas, let's take one final really big inhale in through your nose. Deepest breath of your day so far. Try to hold your breath at the top. See if you can fill up with a little bit more air. And then open your mouth. Let's exhale, sigh it out. Getting ready to have a beautiful day. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Thank you, Obi, so much for coming out. This has been such a pleasure.